Yusra and her family were temporarily placed in a refugee camp. They thought they would finally reunite with their loved ones, but after 2 months, their asylum papers still hadn't arrived. The situation kept getting worse. A sense of hopelessness spread through every corner of the camp. Lying on her bed, Yusra thought for a long time. She suddenly realized that waiting helplessly wouldn't change anything. If she couldn't control her future, at least she could control her body. She threw herself into intense training. Everywhere in the camp, you could see Yusra pushing herself, training non-stop. After weeks of hard work, she and her sister started approaching local swim clubs, trying to prove themselves. But as refugees, they were turned away. Coaches used excuses like the club is full. Yusra refused to give up. She told one of the coaches about her past achievements. The coach thought she was joking, though her sister confirmed it was true. Finally, he agreed to give them a chance to prove themselves. Yusra was thrilled and thanked him, but there was one problem: they didn't even have swimsuits. The coach had his assistant take them to get some gear. Just as they were about to start, Yusra's sister suddenly ran off. The coach hesitated. Could they really swim? Yusra quickly followed her sister into the water. Then, within seconds, it was clear they were fast. Even though Yusra had a weaker start, she quickly caught up. By the end, she was just one body length behind her sister. The coach was so impressed that he immediately decided to take them in. That night, when he visited their living quarters, he saw how noisy and uncomfortable the refugee camp was. Even sleeping was difficult. He personally requested a better dorm for them. And the sisters didn't waste this opportunity. They trained harder than ever. One day, Yusra asked the coach why he became a trainer instead of an athlete. With a sigh, he admitted his dream had always been to compete in the Olympics. But after failing too many times, he lost confidence. The pressure became too much, and he quit the national team. Yusra reminded him of his younger self, but she needed to find balance. She was pushing too hard. Still, Yusra couldn't stop. If she relaxed, what about the Olympics? Then the coach hesitated before telling her something difficult. Refugees weren't allowed to compete for a national team in the Olympics. Yusra was devastated. She dived straight into the pool, swimming through her frustration. But bad news kept coming. Finally, they got a chance to apply for family reunification, but then they were told applicants had to be at least 6 months away from turning 18. Yusra only had 3 months left. No exceptions. Her sister pleaded, explaining everything they had been through, the danger their family still faced. But it didn't matter. A cult is against policy was all they got in return. All their struggles, all their efforts shattered in an instant.